Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Preparation Ape, your number one source for gaming news. A bunch of disorganized horseshit that you're about to see. Perhaps the comedy, the monologues, the sodomy. You name it, we've got it here at our cleverly named Game Awards show. That's not what this is, but it's every single Friday night here at 9:30 p.m. Central Standard Time here at twitch.tv/chainswipe. I'm one of your hosts, DKP, along with my partner here, the Major Tom. How are you?
Hello, everyone. I'm doing well, thank you.
See, this is funny, because I ask you how you are, as though I don't know, like you haven't been here since 4 this afternoon.
Which is a good 5 hours. A lot of farting around.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? Sorry, real quick.
Yeah.
Quizzical just popped in the room. I just figured out who Quizzical was this week.
Oh, yeah?
And it's one of my coworkers. Hi, good to see you.
Good of you to join us, Mr. Quizzical. So, let's, holy shit. Something happened there. That might have ruined the whole thing.
The whole thing could be thrown off. They may not have heard a single word we said.
No, they heard, but it sounded a little bit muffled or something. So what do we got on the Residocs tonight? Yeah, it's pretty funny there, huh?
It's taken us a while to kind of figure out what this is, and I haven't even 100% figured out.
It's time for you to figure out what it is. I know what it is.
Yeah. It's basically we're going to be talking about two different things, and that is trends in the gaming industry or games in general, and market saturation are the main two topics, and they kind of lead into one another, and we're going to be going into that a little bit. But there's a few specific trends that we're going to talk about. So, yeah,
yes. So if we're gonna get to the demonstration, if you will, because we do have kind of a demonstration set up here. Now, be prepared. There may be a bit of confusion, a bit of discontent.
Yep, definitely.
Not on my part. You see, what happened
No, it's definitely my part.
Let's have a disclaimer here real quick. 9 times out of 10, when you've watched this lovely program that we put on, every Friday at 9:30 Central Standard Time here on twitch.tv/chainswipe, it's called Preparation Ape, as you can see above. The reason why it's so great is because Major Tom sets it up.
It's a dual effort. You don't need to make it sound like it's just my thing that I put together.
The topics and stuff, all you. And I just come in and I'm like, oh, is this what we're talking about?
Yeah.
Fine.
Yep.
This week, this is all me, baby.
Yep.
And it's not good.
It's good. It's good.
So?
It's a bit confusing. But I'm hoping that between the discussion we can bring a lot more clarity.
Well, let's get to it. So the reason why, and like I said, this is about trends in gaming / market saturation. Now, how this came about is I happened to be perusing.
Sorry, let me interrupt for just a moment. Could somebody type something? Because I want to make sure that if you type something, we can see it. Say hello. You may have just popped in and you're just watching. That's completely fine. But just type a hello. Just give me a test something, just so I can make sure that we can see what you're saying. Because I'm worried if they're talking.
I don't care what they're saying.
I just want to make sure we're not.
I'm just kidding. Here. No, we're good. You can see it in chatty if that happened. Bitches. Good.
All right.
That's as
All
good
right,
a test
it's
as any.
Yeah,
so yes, I happen to be perusing on Steam in between pornography at work.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you do. You gotta get through the day somehow, right?
Absolutely.
And there's So this is kind of what happens, right? And I'm gonna explain my annoyances with it, and this is where the point will be made. Hopefully, this is where Tommy doesn't get the point.
No, I get the point. The how. The what, I get. The how, I don't get.
How.
But we'll get there. But before we do that, I want to talk about the thing that I believe drove us to this conversation.
Okay. Yeah.
So, a couple of days ago, Insomniac, the creators of...
Jak and Daxter, is that right?
No.
Or is that Ratchet and Clank?
Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah.
And they did Resistance and Sunset Overdrive and games like that.
Mm.
They put out a teaser trailer for a game that they were working on that looked like it was underwater.
It is a Song of the Deep, I believe it is called.
I definitely didn't remember. Good job.
And it is a game. I believe it's based on some sort of like book or story or something.
Yeah.
Because someone was like, "It's exactly like Song of the Deep," and I was like,
"So
okay."
Fascinatingly enough, the game is being published by GameStop.
Yeah,
which is not where this whole conversation is. I just thought that was an interesting tidbit because it's GameStop.
It's not.
I think it's interesting. It's GameStop.
It's not. All right, fine.
Okay.
Perhaps it is.
So I send you the trailer, and you respond with, what did you say?
It looks decent, but I've played this game before.
Okay.
Which, you see, if we were more prepared, we could we shouldn't say that. That really just makes us look even more like assholes, doesn't it?
They know
Anyways.
that we're fucking never prepared for this.
So
Papa-chan.
there was a game that I streamed. I think it was last Wednesday. Yeah, it was called The Last Remaining Human of Something the Aquatic. And what it was a pixel kind of game, almost like Super Metroid-esque. I'd say that style of sort of quality of pixel density.
Yep.
And you play a submarine going around. There's giant monsters, big underground abandoned cities,
Yep.
villages.
Yep.
And you shoot shit in your submarine. And then, out of nowhere, this great game, Song of the Deep, comes out, and it's about a game where you're in a submarine going underwater, and there's large monsters, and you shoot shit at
Destroy
them.
underwater cities.
Yes, but this is the thing, right? This has Scottish people in it. So Song of the Deep is going to be, way better.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the one difference.
I want to take a moment to address Cat Tinting's comment. What is this? Is this we suck at games, so instead let's talk about them? Last Man on Earth game thing? So, to address the first question...
we don't suck at games, first off.
For about 3 or 4 months, this is our 16th episode. Every Friday night, we do a talk show where, yes, that is exactly what we do. We suck at games, so we decide to talk about
Thank
them
you for the
instead.
follow, by the way.
Yeah, thank you kindly. So this is us talking about video games. Every Friday we have different topics, and this week's topics are trends in games and market saturation. So, yeah.
So, yes.
Continue on.
That's better. I said we get to the examples, and then we're going to go kind of more, you'll see where it takes us.
Yeah, because I still don't know where we're going to go with all this, but we'll figure it out.
All right, so here's kind of what happens. I was perusing Steam, right? And there's this trend of where developers seem to go like, all right, X is in right now. Rev up them dicks, boys. And then here it comes. And to elaborate, right? Here we go. So, fellas, it turns out that shit, whatever craft is in right now. Rev them dicks up. And here's where it started. Of course, it started with Minecraft, right?
Yeah,
Minecraft.
Everybody knows Minecraft.
Man, that was really popular. Now, these are
Yeah.
just some examples that I can give of what I've been seeing a lot of on Steam recently. Yep. So it starts with Minecraft. And then it's like, okay, and where does that go? As you get Manic Digger.
Manic Digger.
Yes, clearly a very inspired title. I think it has a beautiful, wonderful title. It really portrays kind of the dichotomy between shit and fecal matter, and the way that you would address the two. One's more in like a specific medical way, like it's fecal matter.
It's a Minecraft
shit.
poem.
Yeah, but it's called Manic Digger, and that's just a really great title. And then you have something like a Soulcraft.
Soulcraft.
Yes, because craft is in, remember? You must
crafting is in.
No, the word craft.
Okay, gotcha.
Yes, because you also have Mousecraft.
Okay.
Mousecraft, yes, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see, to continue, you have Fortress Craft, but this one, however,
Fortress Craft Evolved.
yes. Just in case you wanted to get the Evolved crowd back when that came out.
Absolutely.
So then we're going to move on to, of course, Fortress Craft Evolved Part 2, survival mode included. This is actually sold as a separate product.
Not only does it have the craft
Yes.
and
It's
the
evolved.
Fortress Craft, but this is evolved, like the one up at the top. Even though the image that we have at the top is the one of this
And you know what?
castle.
Ironically,
I don't really get it.
there was no regular Fortress Craft either. Who'd have
Gotcha.
thought?
Went straight to
It just straight to
immediately
evolved.
evolved.
And then we got Craft the World, right? Because it's almost like World of Warcraft,
Okay.
but it just
Looks like a dwarf. He's got a pickaxe.
You know he's ready to do some digging.
There is one thing that we
Likely.
need to do, and that's try the multiplayer now.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
That's an iOS game, I believe.
Okay, so we're not going to.
Okay.
No, not check.
You have, of course, you have Towncraft,
Okay.
because that's another very. These are just. You can tell the heart and soul of these people went into making these, and it's really
they
fucking
may
great.
have.
And you have,
No, not
of course,
Dick
you got your Castle Miner Warfare.
Gotcha. So it's
A
the
popular-
Call of Dookies.
Yeah, it's a popular spin on whatever miner.
So you
but
take
now
the
there's
main
guns.
craft, and you take the Call of Dookies, and you put them together.
Yes.
Okay.
It is really just some terrific
Okay.
stuff. So, I mean, as well as that, you have, and this might be one of my personal favorites, Mooncraft.
Mooncraft.
But there is a subtitle to it, kind of the secondary title, and that's Build Blocks.
Brilliant name.
Mooncraft Build Blocks. Available right now on iOS, I believe. And it's just, and it's really great, because now they're very brave in the way that they do this. Not only do they rip off the name, the premise, they even ripped off the thumbnail entirely of one of their art assets.
If you changed it to Minecraft, it would be the exact same. But understandably so, these guys are they're trying to make money off of Minecraft.
Well, yeah, so are these guys. Cube World.
Cube World.
Yes. Cube World, ladies and gentlemen. This is... Oh, man.
I tell you, I got a big, large list of games to play now that you've shown me all
Do you?
this. Yeah.
So, yeah. And man, look at these, though. So we had a kind of a communication breakdown earlier for what you think I'm trying to convey here.
I want to add to that by touching on Ankin's comment that says, I know it does not say craft, but what about Rising World and Ark? I think that there are things... Now, Rising World I can't speak to because I have no idea what that is.
I know what Ark is.
But Ark is
that's the dinosaur.
That's the dinosaur thing, but the premise is basically like survival, which has like the survival elements of a Minecraft. But yes, what we are touching on, yes, those are very good points. It adds to the clarity of the confusion that I had, because is it just games that have the word craft in it that we're referencing? Is it games that are like Minecraft where you build stuff? Is it games like Minecraft where you survive? It's a combination of all those things.
Yes. So, basically, kind of the reason why I hate a lot of these titles is because, one, a lot of them come out on early access, which, I mean, early access in itself is kind of a separate discussion, right? But, so, Minecraft comes out, right? And it has brand recognition. It has a certain art style. Like, it's 2 words. And kind of what happens is, any bit of it gets torn apart at the seams, kind of like a fucking piñata, right? Yeah. And people are just grabbing what they can. Remember like Billy Madison when the kid is like, oh, Rolex! Well, that's the person that was able to snag Mooncraft. That's the gem, right? Yeah. That's just a straight, confusion. Almost like when your grandma goes to buy you Transformers and comes back with Transmorphers. Yeah. And it's like, gee, thanks, Grandma.
Yeah. Actually, that's a really fair assessment. It's when you're like, Grandma, I want this thing, and then you get the shitty, cheap knockoff version of that thing.
Yeah. So, or people... Oh, sorry, go on.
Apologies. I just want to touch on a couple of comments. Drunk Gizmo says, holy shit, I didn't miss it. No, you didn't, Drunk Gizmo. Then you asked, what time did y'all start? We started...
5 minutes ago, yeah.
It was about 10, 15 minutes ago. We just got started. So, we got a good hour left, and then we're going to be giving away an Amazon gift card, so make sure you guys hang out.
Indeed. So, yeah, on top of that, like, some people got lucky, right? They got away with fucking the title. Yep. Manic Digger, unfortunately, was not as lucky. They didn't get the title. They got the art style and the gameplay.
I appreciate that gear in the back, though.
Yeah.
Very steampunk.
It's just... It's so fucking... And Mousecraft? It's like...
I heard of Mousecraft.
I believe they were like, we need to intentionally make a game that just rhymes. And that sounds just very similar.
It has the word craft in it. Somebody's like, what's the crafting game where you build the blocks? I don't know, something craft.
What's the craft game?
I don't know what this Mousecraft is, but I must have it.
The vermins and such.
It's like a Mickey Mouse version of Minecraft.
I'd actually probably play that.
I would. Transformers versus GoBots. The debate is always a big debacle.
Oh, it certainly is.
The Pokemans versus the Digimans.
I'm not a big fan of anything in life, really, but...
That's true.
You could easily say, come on, Pokemon's
Ninja Turtles
way better
versus
than
Street Sharks. The age-old debate.
Ninja Turtles, come on, man. So, there is what we'll call the worst offender for this, right? And in this instance, that is, of course, going to go to Castle Miner Z.
Castle Miner Z.
Yeah. This one is... yeah, Constantine, if your comment of double score goes to this, then yes. Not only are they hitting the castles, the miners, but they've also got the Z crowd, which we'll get to in just a moment.
The Z crowd, eh?
Yes. What is the Z crowd, you ask? Well,
I do want to know what the Z crowd is.
And there's one thing, like, okay, I have to kind of say this as well. If we're going to be shitting on all these games, people probably, there are a lot of people who worked very not hard on these titles. And I'd like, if they're watching, I'd like to address them, If you are watching, just know, we're doing this for fun, and that you should go kill yourself. So, that being said, this isn't really the worst offender. Now, we have something better for that. This is by far the worst offender. This is, of course, Dragon Quest Builders.
It's not even a question of how bad of an offender it is. It's the idea that Dragon Quest, such a renowned franchise, made by Square Enix, Square Enix now, Squaresoft back in the day. The first 3 games were Dragon Warrior, or first 4 were Dragon Warrior here in the US. But they took Dragon Quest and they turned it into a
That's like if you made a Donkey Kong game that was like SimCity.
That'd be pretty killer, actually.
What the fuck?
I would totally play a game where you get to build the 8 villages and the Kremlins and you actually get to build Donkey Kong Country. That sounds amazing.
Yeah, like the next Metal Gear
Continue.
Solid's going to be a fucking tower defense.
Street Sharks was awesome. I will agree with both of you guys.
So, but for this is a AAA fucking developed title of a huge franchise, right?
Yeah.
And look, it's apparently they're like, oh, we need to have him look more like Link from Legend of Zelda too. Like he's going to the water temple. This is and Animal Crossing.
You want to hear the biggest travesty of all is I'm actually kind of excited to play this.
Well, here's the thing. So, Masperigi. Sorry, I'm hoping I pronounced that right. Yeah,
there you go.
The part is it's kind of fucked up. This might actually be pretty decent.
Yeah, no, I'm actually kind of excited to check.
Now, these, however, right?
Sorry, let me touch on a couple of comments.
Sure.
So, Castantine says, I enjoyed Castle Miner Z. It was amusing as shit, and a great game until Minecraft hit the Xbox market. We were talking about that earlier. Like, I played a lot of these clones waiting for it to come to Xbox 360. Ankin said, I would play Donkey Kong SimCity for the Rampage mod. That'd be awesome. Looks like Cloud to me. Mars. Perigee.
Okay.
Perigee?
Hopefully... I just Mars. We're going to do that.
Sounds good.
Hopefully I can just call you Mars. If that's not okay, I deeply apologize. So, yeah, that's this is coming out. So, funny enough...
Look at that.
We came here to kind of shit on it. Which you can shit on it by, like... The ideas, but... This might actually be good, though.
I mean, as far as being an offender, yes, Mars is good. We're going to call you Mars. The worst offender part, like, yes, it is a really bad offender of ripping the shit off of Minecraft. But it's fucking Dragon Quest. It might be good. Plus, we get this cool guy with a microphone.
That guy's not nearly as cool as the fucking 1 million troops guy, if you remember him.
So, I mean, do you have any comments about Square Enix or anything? Like, what if Square Enix is watching? Anything for them?
Well, I'd like to address one thing to Squaresoft and one thing to Enix.
Okay.
That's okay. So, to Squaresoft specifically, here, let me just see if I could... I'm sorry, to Enix. There you go. But to everyone who is at Squaresoft, keep hanging in there, guys.
Yeah.
You'll stop making games in the Final Fantasy 13 universe soon, I promise.
Dude, Final Fantasy 15 looks rad, but that's a topic for another episode.
But no, okay. Yeah, no, I don't have a message. Please don't let 7 suck. There you go. So, yeah, to give another example, though, right? Because
let's give me some
we could do this all day.
Yep.
But, unfortunately, there's so much time for Preparation Ape. All right, so here you go. Here's another example. Where it started. I remember when DayZ came out,
DayZ,
right?
yeah. A lot of my coworkers were playing it, and
who was
pretty cool concept. Open world, lots of exploration. Had that whole survival mechanic.
Yeah, back when it was an Arma 3 mod.
Yeah.
Which to this day is the only reason why I own Arma 3. But, yeah. And so that was great. That was a really fucking original concept.
Yep.
The Arma 3 engine kind of sucks, right? I mean, if you're using it for its intended purpose of, like, military training, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's pretty good, but...
Throw some Zams in there.
Yeah, you throw some Zams, you throw in the whole human interaction, and it pretty much turns into... It's almost like The Walking Dead if there was no dialogue whatsoever, but all of the violence still happened.
Now, just speaking in general, zombies have been a massive trend since, like, 2007.
Oh, Arma 2, sorry, yeah.
Yeah. Like we got the Left 4 Deads of the world and Dead Rising and all these dead things. We got that Dawn of the Dead remake.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, because this specifically is more of it talks about not only zombies, right? Mm-hmm. But kind of the whole survival with zombies, or something like that. So that's where it started.
Arma 2, wasn't it? And then Idify says, is it really fair to bash Enix? Enix, after all, did have also good RPGs. Did also have good RPGs in Japan. That's true. Front Gizmo says, H1Z1 is basically the same game, right? I don't know. You tell me, DKP.
Well, we'll get there in a second. So, Idify, maybe it's not fair, but anyway, so... This is where it went.
What was the evolution? Give me some more.
What do you mean? What evolution are you referring to specifically?
Just continue.
Okay, you got it. So, of course, we got your H1Z1. Now, the reason why I shit on this one, right, is because of the giant debacle of them taking all this money on Kickstarter, etc., and really just being shady about the fucking development of it. But and plus, the Z. It's like, okay, well, this was just the first one. Somebody's got to cash in and put the big Z in there. Hopefully everyone else will be like, damn it, they beat it.
It's got the Zams, it's got the Zs.
They beat us to it. No, but I think to also make the point better, we should go out like the European or Canadian way and call it Z, right?
Yep.
So of course you have Operation Z, of course.
Okay.
Z is very important. In San Z, And also,
The Cake is a Lie. The
that
Halloween
actually,
update.
yeah, it's right behind us here. Yeah, and they have those dank memes too with The Cake is a Lie. Yep. So, of course, you're going to move on to Dead Trail Z. Because everything has to have a fucking Z.
Trail Z.
One I really hate.
There's that Minecraft again, coming back to haunt us with the cube.
This motherfucker right here, I just even looking at it, it's like, who was like, you know what, this is gonna be what people are gonna see on our Steam page. This, people are gonna buy it.
That's what would get me.
Cube Z. Anyway, move on. And the Forest, now the Forest is in here, and I feel like this is a little bit...
Why is the Forest in here? Because it doesn't have a Z in it.
I know. But it's very much the survival, zombies, etc. And the whole reason why, and this is where it kind of gets a little bit disjointed, right?
Yeah.
The reason why I showed on the Forest a little bit is because they went far too much in early access, and this comes from a personal level, and I meant to talk about this. I tried it out and was like, man, this is clearly not finished and
looks
shitty.
cool, though.
But the
like,
concept
cool
is
art.
good, and I think it's finished now, but I just already have a bad taste in my mouth from early access, so I'll never play it again, probably.
Okay.
It breaks my heart.
Any other ones?
And the Forest.
Pixel Puzzles Undead. What
Z.
the fuck is this?
But you didn't even have to put...
Save the puzzle before the what?
The men dead hunter, risen dead hunter shit. So, look at this, though. The thing that really bugs me about this one specifically is that, okay, so you have Dead Trail Z, right?
Yeah.
You have a lot of ones that are Insane Z.
Yeah.
This one is, you can't put Pixel Puzzles Undead Z.
Undead.
It's just like...
You gotta let people know.
It's literally like they were just like at the last second, like, whoa, fellas, and they just pushed in a Z on it.
Well, it's again that thing, you hit the Googles and you go, what's that game that Z something? You just go, something game with a Z in it. And then bam!
It's horrendous.
Like, that's it, Pixel Puzzle Undead Z.
But that's not where it ends. My new name, DKZ. you bastards. Oh, and as far as what Mars is saying, so Cube Z looks like it was made by the Asylum of Gaming. Now, if I remember right, Asylum are the people who make shit like Transmorphers and all those like very obvious fucking ripoffs, right? Yeah. So of course you have Z Needs You, and
I like his sunglasses.
I hate everything about that picture. I don't know what it is.
I like the font too.
And of course you have
Counter-Strike
Nexon. Zombies, right? You know. Probably less of an offender, but shit, I needed space to fill, you know?
Yep.
So, of course, then you have Rust, which I just kind of put that in.
As Gizmo calls out, is Rust on this list?
Yes, it is.
World War Z. Give me all the Z's.
Yeah, it's this... So it's not only zombies, it's like the Z plus the survival, and these are everywhere. And you're not going to convince me with fucking nothing that cute, look at that's good, that game is going to be worth a fuck. That game is not going to be worth a half of two shits, Tommy.
It might. Z Needs You is cool.
Oh, this is fucking...
That's the thing. And we're going to talk about that with market saturation a lot more. But my guess is a lot of these games are actually cool.
So you're going to tell me this right here is the Cube Z.
It could be.
No.
I don't know. I've never played it.
How could it redeem itself from what you're seeing right there?
I mean, games to me only need to have one real quality about them. They need to be fun. If it's fun, I'll check it out. I'll even check it out if it's not fun. And then if it's not fun, I'll fucking quit playing it.
Cube Z is my game of the year.
There you go.
And the Z Nation. Yeah, all this. It's like, we should start calling this shit Chainsaw Ape Z. In fact, that will be one of our episode names.
That should have been this
episode 20 Z.
Instead, this is the 16th day, which we don't even need to explain.
16th day Z. We can always amend it.
There you go.
All right, so yeah, that
it does look pretty bad. This casting team.
Exactly. See, they're coming around
got
to
that
it
cube
now.
head.
Huh? They're coming around.
Got that cube face.
So we need to talk about the worst offender, though.
Okay.
All right. So the worst offender in this instance, and it's very much kind of for the same reason.
Probably get more viewers.
Fuck you, man, with them zingers. Oh,
I see what you did there.
Unintentionally. It's the worst offender, and it's very much for the same reason as Cube Z is Hurt World.
What the fuck is Hurt World? Because it looks like Borderlands or Mad Max or any of those other things.
I'll tell you what this is, and this is actually the whole reason why this hodgepodge of shit you guys are watching as a topic came about. It's because of this right here. Hold on, and also if they're watching, They kill themselves. Hey, wait! And their families, too.
Oh.
But it goes, I have been seeing this on the Steam front page or on the list for fucking weeks. And there's something about this, the way that this fucking face is modeled, and he's like, and he's like looking behind him like, you fellas have any idea what fun is happening back here in Hurt World? You have any idea?
I mean,
this sort of internal monologue hits every time I see it.
Yeah.
And I just stare at it and I go, oh, you motherfucker.
You think about like how these marketing guys or whoever's like, here's going to be the thing that you see to associate visuals with our product.
It's very much, this people need to tell what our product is at one glance.
Yeah.
And there's no room for a Z in Hurt World. That just wouldn't make sense.
Don't get in his van.
Yeah, I hate, to an unreasonable extent, I hate this. But yeah, so that's yeah, maybe that's the worst offender in my opinion. It may not make sense. It doesn't have to. This was my topic.
Yeah.
That I forced its way in here with no
It
lube.
works. It works. And so far it's worked.
Okay, so yeah, that's kind of the fucking topic there.
So let's talk a little bit more before we move into market saturation.
We got to keep the energy up, and I got to remain pissed, so I'm going to keep that there for a minute.
Okay, sounds good. So where I was confused or where I was kind of unclear on this is that we were talking about several different things. We were talking about, within trends, we're talking about like genres being created based on a game. Like Minecraft was created, and then all these other games came out to the point to where it's now a genre.
Yeah.
So trends with genres, but also when we talk about the games that have the letter Z in them or Z, we're specifically speaking about titles being trends, like Mousecraft or Minecraft or whatever craft, Towncraft, whatever. And then we're talking about thematically being a trend. So when the topic got started,
yeah, you were asking like, what exactly is your point with this? And here's the thing, it's kind of like the Hurt World thing, like. I can't explain to you the exact reasons why I hate that fucking face. I can't. I can try to, and I can, like, put a bunch of graphics up to try to... But to do it, like, in a good, like, precise or poignant way where you're going to take anything? No.
Yeah.
No, probably not.
And then, like I said, the topic of trends within themes. So, like, underwater games being a theme. Yep. Or prehistoric games, like we're seeing with, like, Far Cry or Ark or Wild or any of those things. We had pirate themes hit really big back in the day with like
pirate
Assassin's Creed.
Themes did not last long enough, though.
Last year we had Victorian London themes with Bloodborne and The Order and Assassin's Creed Syndicate and things like that. So I was a little confused on what theme we were going. I mean, what trend we were going to talk about. So we just kind of merged them all into one, but they all kind of lead into the next topic.
Yes,
that I'm actually fairly anxious to discuss.
Which right before we do that, let's hit a couple of these comments though.
Yeah.
So of course, you got your Star Wars Z, you got your Deadpool Z, you got your BVSS colon Z. I don't know what the fuck that is.
Batman vs Superman.
Not only Q, but the constipated face. Yeah. Looks like Bethesda modeled the facial hair. Nah, no shit. It's like Play-Doh that they just like clop on there. And they got Border Max Evil Fury.
Excuse me.
That's a nice hodgepodge. Fun Topic Boys Z, of course. Oh, let me look up the strategy guide Z before you could get to it.
Yep.
Let's see. Have you seen this man? If so, kill him. Kill yourself, and then kill your families.
So you can blame this whole Z craze on Boys in the Hood. I wonder if they have any amiibos.
If there was an N craze like DayZ in the game or Mouse in the craft, that I would really start shitting on pretty bad.
Constantine says, "Don't talk shit about the new Far Cry."
I'm not talking shit about the new Far Cry.
I'm not talking even shit about these themes. I'm cool with these themes.
I'm not.
Like, my two favorite games from last year...
Cool with the themes, just not the product.
My two favorite games last year were Bloodborne and The Order. I know The Order everybody hates. If you want to see my opinion on that, go watch a couple of episodes.
Zarilla also chimes in with, I wonder if they have amiibos. But we're not getting back into that shit.
That DLC.
Not today, my friend.
No, I'm actually super, super, super excited for the new Far Cry. I love Far Cry games.
So, yeah, and also you heard it here first.
Far Cry looks like garbage.
I'm seeing the early signs of it.
Yeah.
You're about to see a shitload of underwater games.
Yep. That's going to be the new theme.
That is.
The trend as far as themes are concerned. So does your face! That's an item.
We could get to the list of burned sinners, but I don't like you that much. I wouldn't piss off. So hopefully nobody left.
You lost your apologies.
Yeah. We got fucking... That is the first time ever we've ever had drop frames midstream.
Yep.
Right? And as somebody who is able to stop midstream without, a lot of pain and anguish, it's fucking insane. By the way, Constantine, you're recording your first video there.
Yay.
Keep on. Fucking, you let me know when it's up. I would love to see it. We will support all of you fellas. Because thanks for supporting us. And fuck that guy, once again. Yep. So, let's get back to where we were. Let's pretend
market
that didn't
saturation. Happen. So, since Steam, I guess let's start with like the first really big offender of this. And that's the iOS market, the Google Play market or whatever. Mm-hmm. Basically, these markets allow anyone that can develop a game to get certified and released on their platform.
Right.
So, if you're searching for a really solid game in like iOS in the App Store, there's a good chance it's going to take you a while, unless it's something you've heard of.
Good fucking luck.
Yeah, if it's just like if you're just browsing like you did back in the early '90s to look for a good VHS tape to rent, there's a good chance you're going to end up with a bunch of shit. So, and we're seeing that trend increase dramatically.
Yeah.
With not just like the mobile phone market, but also definitely with something like Steam.
Yeah, well, because like a lot of, like I said, the whole point of like what I just did was the reason why you're seeing so much of that. It's because people really game development has been easier than fucking ever before by far. Yeah. I mean, you have free engines you can use like Unity. There's software that is basically almost drag and drop, like Game Maker Studio or RPG Maker, right? Where you can spend minimal effort to get a working either prototype of a game and call it early access, or to actually get a game that is worth jack shit. Like, it's not inspired, we
were aware, IDFI, yes.
Yeah. But, and they're able to just push it in. But anybody can fucking do it. I could literally make a Kick Major Tom in the Bollocks game tonight.
I'd play it.
And push it into the iOS platform by Monday. And yeah. I also, here's what I do. I charge it for $2.99. That way people will be like, man, he's very proud of this one. Yep. Of course I'll give it a shot. So,
basically they allow this, like I said, free market to allow anybody that can develop a game. Like, Unity is basically free for use. The Unreal Engine, you can, like, license for fairly cheap. So, pretty much anyone and everyone's making games.
Yeah.
The B or C games kind of dropped off. You no longer have the THQs of the world and the Acclaims of the world.
When you said B's or Z's, you mean like the Z's? That's not a thing anymore.
C games.
Oh,
like you have your AAA big games.
Oh, it's just a misunderstanding there.
Yeah,
sorry.
So a lot of the middle guy kind of fell out, and with the middle guy falling out, they went off and instead of having a team of like 50 people, it's now like 300 million teams of like 7. And these guys are making games, and great, I'm happy for them. But we're getting a massive oversaturation of games.
Yes.
And it's to the point now where it's hitting the consoles, where I think it was this last Tuesday, the PlayStation released like 25 games. Half of them I'd never heard of. The ones I have heard of, they might be great or whatever. But regardless, we're getting so many games. Which sounds great. A lot of these guys are like, we're a game console, let's just release tons of games. But the Wii U, the Xbox One, every single one of these markets is just getting overflown or with copious amounts of games.
Shit.
Yes, a lot of it is shit.
There is no quality control.
There's no quality control. So, back in the day, Nintendo was concerned about this. So that's why they started this thing where, like, Nintendo games have that seal of approval.
Which doesn't really mean anything, but their intent was good.
Yeah. If you were a publisher, Nintendo would allow you to publish 5 games a year for their platform, maximum.
But they could be as shitty as they needed to be, right?
No, they had to actually go through a Nintendo quality control. And not quality to see if the game was buggy or anything like that. They had their own quality for that.
Okay.
But this was specifically to make sure the game was solid. That's why we see games that are coming in, like, black boxes on NES and, like, weird cartridges. Because these games weren't, like, Nintendo certified.
Sure, but there's like 500 NES games in that shelf right there.
There are.
And I could point out to you some very shitty ones that have that big fucking stamp of approval on them.
Yep.
But not everything's perfect, though, right? So I'm with you on that.
Flappy Apes, I'd play that. I'd play the balls out of that
yes,
game. No offense, Major Tom.
Yeah, the Major Tom Bollocks kicking simulator.
None taken. That game sounds incredible.
Well, it'll be on the iOS store on Monday.
Y'all need a couch. Too much empty space. So we actually have a couch, and we're sitting on it. I do appreciate the feedback, though. I agree. It can get a little empty. We thought about making us bigger and things like that, but that's a topic for another time.
I mean, what we could do, we could lay down horizontally, like this, but our full legs and body, and then
girl.
So you look at one end and you're like, oh, you're looking at the faces talking, and then suddenly someone obvious would catch me rearranging, my balls. Which I can do that now here very easily, covertly, without anyone being any the wiser, except for Chevy Chase over there, who shall remain unnoticed. So, so that's a thing. So if there was any real quality control, because it's hurting everybody except for the people that are making these games just to push them in there to see if it will sell. Yeah. If you make a game and you spend no time on it, right, and you just put it out there, does it really hurt you if it doesn't sell? No. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? It's gonna sell. Maybe you'll get a couple thousand in return, and then you can push out another shit game right into the iOS store, free to play or whatever, however you want to do it. And the ones that are actually like good titles blend right in, and you scroll through and you're like, fuck it. I came here to buy a game. There's too much shit. I can't decipher what's good. So just come back later. And there's no purchases made.
A few days ago, I got a $25 Microsoft gift card. So I went to the Xbox store. I wanted to get a couple of games. I got a $15 game, and then I was like, let me just look around and see if I can find something for $10 that's just like speaking to me, something I'd never heard of or seen. And there was so much shit. And the Microsoft, like the Xbox One marketplace, is already semi-difficult to navigate, especially after the update.
Dude, the Xbox interface, period, is horrendous.
Again, a topic probably for another day, but like, it was really hard to find a game that's like, oh, this is really speaking to me, or this looks really good. And I was watching like Twitch videos and things trying to determine, and like, it's just not, there's too much garbage, there's too much shit out there, so. What's up, Prognonymous?
So you're saying that you didn't see Cube Z World and go, this speaks to me?
Nope.
Speaks to...
I did see, what's that game called again?
Hurt World.
Hurt World.
Yeah, fuck that. By the way, Prognonymous, hello, sir. Been a while.
Good to see ya. Slan, I want to come back to your comment because I really appreciated that feedback. I want to see if you can provide us any more, and anybody else, obviously, if you guys have feedback. And I don't know if this is your first time, but definitely hang out for a while. So, we want to make this enjoyable for everybody.
See, if anyone has any feedback whatsoever, of course, let us know. A lot of shit we can change on the fly. If we can. Audio's too shitty or whatever, right?
I live in Hurt World, says Lord Barbecue.
But listen, man, if you've got like a negative vibe feedback, man, keep it to yourself, man.
Negative feedback's fine. Just make sure it's constructive.
You can be as big of a dick as you want. That's fine.
Be constructive.
You don't have to be constructive.
It's useful for all of us. Major Tom, lose the hat. Nah, baby.
So, so we're talking about like market saturation and shit. I don't know. You had some good talking points, and we've been over mine. Yep. What else you got? Because I'm kind of falling flat of ideas.
That's basically it. There's an oversaturation. I'm not a huge fan of it. I want these guys. I want PlayStation and Microsoft and all of these guys. I want them to do some quality control.
Remember they used to. Do you remember? Okay, so even when game publishers or studios want to push out patches, right? There was a rigorous QA process they had to go through just to release a patch or an update for their game.
What's up, Javi?
Now that you're able to literally release a brand new fucking product that barely functions, if it does at all, on consoles, that's pretty insane.
For sure.
Not to mention, okay, so if we don't have like a lot more to go over on this, I'd like to quickly talk about kind of something similar, but over early access on these titles.
Okay.
Right? So there's one problem that, there's a ton of problems about early access, and Steam's a huge fucking offender of this, obviously. But there's one particular problem that I've ran into a lot that I haven't heard a lot of people talk about, and it's so when you put The Forest, I'll use as an example, right? So many of these games that are early access, and I see articles like such and such game is coming out of early access on Tuesday, right? Darkest Dungeon, for example. I've heard that game's fucking tremendous.
I have it too.
Long time ago, I fucking played it. Like when it was first available in early access, and there was some
about a year ago.
Yeah, there was some real fucking problems with RNG and et cetera, right?
Yeah.
Because I already played it back then when it was shitty, I'm unlikely to go back and play it when it hits full release.
Yeah.
Which makes it for like that game for me is ruined. I'm not going to tell my friends about it. I'm not going to stream it here on the channel. you're basically when you put something out in early access, if it's not like right around the corner to being finished, you're basically saying, okay, we know it's kind of going to be shitty here. Please come back later and give us a chance, though, which is not going to help. It's not going to happen for a lot of people.
I'm actually
not
going
to help. Yeah, fair enough. But I think that a lot of times they're driving away people who would either have bought their game then, which would then be like talking about how great it is.
Yeah.
It hurts, I think, the perception of their game in its entirety. Because if you ask me right now, did you ever play The Forest? It's out of early access, I think, but I'd probably be like, yeah, it was cool in theory, but I couldn't get into it. I didn't like it.
I can say that if there's a game that I get into on early access, by the time the game is actually finished, I'm kind of over it. Games usually just kind of come in and out for me. Like Minecraft, for example, I played, like when it was in alpha and beta, I probably put 500 hours into Minecraft.
Right.
I've put less than 3 hours into it since it's been fully released in like 2013.
Yeah. Kind of goes back to what I was
just
saying.
tired
Like
of it.
you're never going to get the full experience because you already fucking got you bought it. You had the whatever unique experience, but light or shitty that And it's like, okay, I've already done that. And there's new games coming out. We're talking about an oversaturation here, right? Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Perhaps we should
Let's
perhaps we should, context is very important.
absolutely. New viewers are like, what the fuck?
They just know that we mean business.
They're like, yeah, I'm gonna have to leave this. That was me in Battlefront. Played the crap out of the beta. Launch, played twice. Barbecue says, I love Broforce, but I feel like it was in early access and beta forever. Chainsaw blenders and bloopers. I like that.
We'll have enough to fill a feature-length film of fuck-ups.
Yep.
By next Tuesday, you'll see it on the App Store. It's a non-game where you just watch a video.
So we have a picture to actually illustrate our belief in market saturation.
So yes,
pop that up real quick?
it's this is the amount of games, and disregard the DLC, that were released on Steam just today.
Today.
Wrong fucking keyboard.
Today.
Yeah, and this is not just. There's more than this too. This is just the most I could fit on this one screen. This is new releases. Out of this, you have what? Like 6 DLC, but the rest of those. It's an insane amount of stuff.
Yeah.
And so much of this is
I
probably
play
early access
Secrets.
that might not ever get finished. Ooh. 101. That sounds intriguing.
Buy our app for $5 to watch us fuck up.
Hey.
This is free content.
But if we had an app, yes.
You can actually make money just by watching us. We're going to be giving a $25 Amazon gift card away in about 20 minutes.
How the fuck does that work? 'Cause I could be watching us and making money at that point.
Yeah.
Which I certainly wouldn't do.
A lot of my coworkers are probably watching this and making money.
So, yeah, but this is, like you said, just talking about market oversaturation, lack of quality control. Like, who's to say that these games are worth a shit? Maybe all of them are. I very seriously doubt it.
I don't know.
Just from my personal experience, buying games on Steam.
Golf with Friends.
Golf with Friends? Is that on there? Or did someone say that? Oh, okay.
That would be.
Because I would have believed you that it was on there, but Jesus. So yeah, that's just kind of what that's what it is.
Market saturation, trends in games. We're bitching about things. We're liking some things.
Yes, and also, you know what? Hurt World. Fuck Hurt World.
I might actually check Hurt World out. I'm kind of inspired.
I will fist fight you if you give 1 cent of money to them.
Okay. We'll do it on stream.
And you know what would be great if the guy who's like the head artist for Hurt World is at home right now, like, I came here to have a good time, and these guys just they shit all over it. It's not even anything but the content, just the way it looks.
They don't even know if it's good.
It's his birthday, and he's like, hold on, guys, I'm gonna go check out the Twitch game show section real quick. I'll be right back to the party, fellas. And then, like, at the end of the night, you see Hurt World artist was here on the beam up at top. I saw a shitty game once when I was a kid. Now they're everywhere. Green, Shawshank, anybody? Okay, let's move on to let's see what do we got next here. We have
games you should have played.
We have our 2 very quick final segments, and the next segment, of course, is going to be the $25 Amazon gift card. But yes, let's talk about the games you should have played segment.
Jason, we're in the last 20 minutes or so of the stream, but we haven't given away the gift card yet, so make sure you hang out for that.
Yes.
So, games you should have played is a new segment that we just started last week. every week we're going to bring a different game that one of us is a huge fan of that doesn't get a lot of coverage or doesn't get talked about a lot, or people may not have played. They may have played it before or whatever. So this is actually inspiration based on videos that we have on our YouTube channel that DKP created and wrote and produced and did all the things.
Yes.
He started about 2 years ago, 3 years ago, something like that.
3 years ago, I think.
So there's a pretty good bit of videos on there that you can check out about games you should have played.
And of course, we do have a little bit of footage here.
This one, in this case, is Vanquish. Vanquish came out in 2010. The head producer, director guy was Shinji Mikami, the creator of Resident Evil.
And this horribly disappointing, Evil Within. Platinum Games. So they're the guys who are releasing that new Ninja Turtles game. They released Transformers Devastation. Metal Gear Rising.
They did Metal Gear Rising Revengeance.
Bayonetta, I believe.
Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, they're an action-heavy game developer. And as you can see, it's a cover-based shooter. It's super fast.
This was released in what, 2009?
2010.
2010.
For the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. And actually, based on what we're talking about and what you're seeing here, if it interests you, make sure you can check it out. See if you can get yourself a used copy from GameStop or something. Especially if you still play Xbox 360 or PS3.
And it might be backwards compatible at some point.
It might be
for the Xbox at least.
But definitely one of the best third-person shooters probably ever made, and a lot of people haven't spent a lot of time with it. So as you can see, there's a lot of mission variety. It's got. You can do that cool little zoom thing. It's got bullet time.
So it's almost like a Mega Man X Dash, but you can
absolutely.
do it third person, I guess.
It's got really insane set pieces and boss fights, and to be honest, I think the weakest part of the game overall is the story. It's a little cheesy, and it is a Japanese
when you're watching this though, it's like, do you really give a shit about the story? Look at all this that's going on.
Yeah.
You could definitely tell that's Platinum made though. He takes the fucking missile and I must plant it myself. It's okay. Yeah. Fuck the old propulsion system.
But yeah, I'm a big fan of it. I actually wanted to see if anyone on the stream would like to check out the green not in there. If anybody would like me to send them this copy,
you can't check it out. The green.
Check it out because the green and the green screen.
It's a chroma keyed out, Major Tom. They can't see
if anybody is interested in this game for Xbox 360,
the stream is terrible.
Just let us know real quick. And we'll send it to you. We'll get your address from you, and we'll send it over to you. So whoever wants it, first person to respond, we'll get it over to you.
Major Tom, you see, when I had my games you should have played last week, in no way did I offer my game.
And it's not to say that we're going to be doing this every week.
Tom really believes in this one in particular enough to where he's giving away his own copy that he...
I played that game a lot, the one that came out in 2010. Me, Jason Paradise, are you saying that you want me to send you this game?
All right.
If you do...
Cheers, my friend.
Just send us a private message with your actual name and your shipping address, because I don't want to send it to Jason Paradise Fan.
Can you do that? I'm not sure.
I mean, you can, yeah. It'll get to him, but don't worry, I'm not going to share your information with anybody or anything. Just a way of saying thank you for hanging out with us.
But yeah, so Vanquish, and we did look it up. This is available right now, what, for like $10?
$10. You can get it at GameStop, or you can buy a used copy on Amazon.
Yeah, luckily it's still also available in the camp of it's not sold that you won't be able to find a used copy right, at GameStop. Amazon, I'm sure, that's probably going to be your
couple
of
comments
bet.
I want to go back to them real quick.
You got it, Major T.
Sorry I couldn't get into the stream quicker. No worries, Jason Paradise. Just learn to have to play in window to record.
Thanks for coming by.
Yeah.
By the way, Constantine, if you have any questions about kind of video editing or recording or anything like that, feel free to hit me up, private message. I'll answer any questions you have. If you want to Skype and ask questions, you can. It's okay.
Well, that's the problem right there at Sega. So Sega just published the game. They did not develop the game. They just published it. I played that game a lot, the one that came out in 2010. Yeah, they shared all the info on the webs. I have been compromised. I mean, you could say that. But yeah, that's games you should have played. Definitely check out Vanquish. I was a big fan of it. Next week, DKP will have another games you should have played.
Oh, shit. I was reading Constantine's thing. I was like, wait a minute. Did somebody... I was like, oh, that's a joke. Yes. Because Constantine has been tweeting his nice Chainsaw Ape stickers there, right?
Which we do have stickers, so if you want a sticker, let us know. We can send that out to you.
Yes. So anyway, so here is kind of the final portion, with the exception of we usually do like Q&A at the end, which means basically...
We got time for that.
Yeah, which basically just means it's not Q&A like, oh, you got questions, just whatever you guys want to bullshit about, we'll bullshit about it. But this comes first. This is
sorry. If you do have questions, think about them, kind of figure some stuff out, and at the end we'll get there.
So this is kind of the main
Cool,
event.
Jason, I'll
So
send it to you.
we do have a game that we play. This is the $25 Amazon gift card giveaway.
Yeah.
The Bondanza, whatever the fuck you want to call it, which we call it Name That Video, which I think I'm pointing at the wrong direction here. So the way that this works, why don't you grab the book there? Let's explain this.
All right, so this book is 1,001 games you should play before you die. The way the Name That Video works is I open up this book here and I read the synopsis of the game. While reading the synopsis, I may omit words, like if it's something that gives it away, like if the developer is too obvious or something like that.
So
if character
if the
names...
game was Sonic the Hedgehog and it was like, Sonic was a quick successor to Mario. In Sega's attempt to, it would be blank as a quick successor to Mario. And blank, you maybe wouldn't want to say Sega. I don't know, it depends.
So I leave omissions out based on if I feel like if it's too obvious. So basically, I'm going to read off the synopsis, and the first person to respond in the chat with the name of the game gets a $25 Amazon gift card.
Here is the thing, though, that we do have to specify. You can't just name the franchise.
Yep.
If it's Sonic 2, and you just say Sonic, that's unfortunately
you're not gonna get credit.
You gotta go with it. If you want to blast out multiple ones, because you think you know the franchise, there's no rules.
So
Whoever
this
gets
is your
it first.
chance to get a $25 gift card. So tell everyone around you to pull up their account and get ready to go.
Rev them dicks up, boys.
Everybody ready? You ready?
Yes, I'll go for it, man.
All right, let's
Because
do this.
when you hear the victory song, you know someone has got it. Until then,
So, since I'm reading this, I won't be able to see the comments. So, whenever it's ready, just play the victory song.
do it.
We ready?
Yep.
All right. With a name that sounds like a counterproductive suppository brand, and a hero who looks like he's using one, it's hard to take blank seriously. But its decision to use reference materials as textures, making it the first legitimately photorealistic 3D game, meant it was taken very seriously by makers of early video cards.
porno.
Developed by Helsinki-based Remedy, the game originally looked like any other. But when its artists returned from a U.S. field trip with hundreds of photos of New York City, revealing a landscape still as gritty as any in the French Connection, they knew what had to be done.
I feel like we have to have dropped stream for no one to have got it yet.
Told in a film noir style with grungy comic book style cutscenes, Blank is a bleak tribute to Hollywood crime classics and hard-boiled archetypes. It opens... Yeah!
Alright, there we go.
There it is. The game is Max Payne.
Of course, that is the OG original Max Payne there,
Max
fellas.
Payne.
One
Good
of the,
job,
of
Ankin.
course, the greatest games of all time. Great gameplay, great gram fix, as they say.
Ankin82 got it with Max Payne.
Yeah, someone heard Remedy and were like,
I know that they've only made like 4 games.
Now, but you see, the thing is that I don't understand is, at what point does Alan Wake look like he has a suppository shoved up his ass? Because it was said
the Remedy thing is what got him.
No, I know that was.
Yeah.
See,
Gotcha.
the joke was that
Yeah,
it wasn't.
It fell.
It fell.
Congratulations.
You knocked it out of the air, you prick.
Congratulations,
Yes, absolutely,
Ankin82.
Mr. Ankin.
You are the 3rd official winner of a $25 Amazon gift card. If you could just PM me your email address. We go to Amazon, we order the gift card, and we message it to you through there.
And if you don't want to give out a personal email address, just go get a Gmail. Doesn't matter what email, we'd have to.
I know who Ankin is, so
okay.
if you just want to hit it to me on Facebook, if you want to message us through Twitter, Twitch, anything like that.
Well, alrighty.
You can send us a message.
So yeah, Adify says Max Payne is his favorite. Max Payne 3 is his favorite. Yeah, it is mine as well, actually.
Yep. Now,
a lot of people would think, well, this fella can't be a Max Payne fan at all, considering Max Payne 3 is his favorite. But here's the thing about Max Payne 3. How many times has a game came out that you were super fucking looking forward to, and it either A, only met your expectations, or B, fucked
didn't
up
meet
and
them
sucked
at all? Yeah.
How often does a game that you're really looking forward to, that you know is going to be good, so you already have high expectations, just get shattered with incredibly fun gameplay, perfectness?
Yeah.
I was expecting the game to be a 9, a solid 9,
Yeah.
and it turned out to be like a fucking 13.
So you know what I was just thinking about? Max Payne 3 is a game I haven't played, and I've heard a lot of really good things about it.
Yeah.
I think I might play it for my 52 and 52.
Oh, you fucking should. It's tremendous.
Can you use a controller on the PC version?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I know it's better with, mouse and keyboard, but whatever.
Well, whatever, however you want to play it.
Yeah.
A lot of people were like, well, the noir style is not there. And it's like, okay, well, listen, the noir style thing was there for the first 2 games. Like, it's... The whole point that was good about Max Payne 3 was, alright, so his wife and kid are fucking killed, right?
What?
It happens in the first scene of the first game. But yeah, you get your revenge for that. Oh, something else happens that's in relation to that. You get your revenge for that. And in real time, right, like 14 years later, the second one comes out, or the third one comes out.
Yep.
It's like, what does a man do when...
What's a man to
through
do?
2 days, or I'm sorry, 2 games completely, he just...
Spoiler alert!
He just ate painkillers constantly. That's your health item.
Yeah.
And then eventually he's like, oh, I'm working towards this revenge. And then he gets it and it's like, all right, well, now what? You just go to the Y and exercise? No! You become a piece of shit, an opiate addict is where we come back, and it's tremendous.
No wonder it's right up your alley.
And in all the noir thing, right? Hey, what are you insinuating? All the noir thing is just, that's part of his past.
Yeah.
So it works out. Plus, the story, for the record, and this is the end about Max Payne 3, was written by Sam Lake, the original writer for the first 2, so he pretty much had, sign off on it.
Sounds good. Ankit says, do you feel like the Max Payne movie, something about the movie, it was a piece of shit? It sucked. It should have been better.
Oh, the Max Payne movie?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus
Mark
Christ. That fucking... I hated Mark Wahlberg up until I forget what movie came out recently. And finally, I was like, alright, you're okay. But I was like, you couldn't even dye your hair black, you piece of shit? There's a lot of bad... It almost sounded like Batman. Like, there's a lot of bad bodies buried under this river.
You're kind of losing your point when you say the problem is he didn't dye his hair black.
No, he didn't look like Max Payne, even to the point where it's like, yeah, you could have done a little bit more to resemble the character. You don't
know.
Oh, fuck you. That's what I wanted. You piece
to
of
me,
shit.
that's not a selling point. If the film is good, if it's written well and the actors do a good job,
sure, they didn't.
It doesn't have to be an exact.
They didn't though, but it was like, okay, you could have a guy
his hair's not right.
Oh, come on,
Fuck
you
that
prick!
movie.
You're gonna take that one thing, but it's like, no, there were so many things. It's like, and you couldn't at least just get the guy looking a little bit more like him. Plus, they made Jack Lupino the crazy mob guy.
I'm looking sorry, this guy's
the demon fan guy, right? Yeah. Turn him into a samurai sword wielding dude. What the fuck is this? Anyways, yeah.
We're
Jason
just a
Paradise
shitload
fan.
of comments, so
We're going back.
Jason Paradise fan, you already have the game. That's great. If anybody else wants
Vanquish for Xbox 360, we will mail it to you.
We'll send it over to you. You get a dog. Move to the country, and refuse to sell your dog to a Russian crime lord who steals your car and kills your dog, forcing you to seek revenge. Man, I fucking love John Wick.
No, it's not. It's not John Wick. It's John Payne.
Okay, I actually know a guy named John Payne. He's pretty cool.
Well, I thought that was a lovely story, and you tell it so well.
I haven't played Max Payne 3, but the first 2 games are pretty darn good. You should definitely play 3. Not as someone because I haven't played it, but I've heard so many good things about it. Ankit says, plot of Max Payne 4. You get a dog, move to the country, refuses to... Oh, wait.
I think it's what he forgot to include in the last one.
Kills your dog, yeah. Look at my last comment. Max Payne would have been better if he was played by Blue Steel himself, Ben Stiller. Max Payne 3 was good from what I've played.
That Max Payne is so hot right now.
I actually just watched John Wick.
No, it is
what
Wick.
A fucking great movie.
Oh, literal Constantine.
Don't ever change, baby.
So, that about wraps us up. This is a little bit of a short episode.
Let's give it another 30 seconds. So if you guys have any other questions for us before we
you got any feedback about the show or anything like that, we're happy to take any questions, comments, or concerns from you.
Tommy will gladly take it right on his chin.
Anyone played the game Mag? I actually played a little bit of Mag and hated it.
No, I never played that. That was for
256 players online.
Was that for PlayStation 2?
It was PS3.
Was it PS3? Okay. I guess I was thinking of Black. It was a PS2
That was a
game.
PS2 game.
No, I never got around to playing Mag.
Black was made by Criterion, the guys who make the Burnout games.
I didn't have a PS3 until PS4 was about to come out.
Yeah.
So I wasn't playing the older ones. I was playing your flagship titles, Uncharted, etc. Kind of at that point.
I hated Mag. Did nothing for me. Hate Mag. You hater. Lol.
Love the show.
Love the show. Just needs to be longer.
Oh.
I like that. I like that. We do have some long episodes. Drunk Gizmo, for some reason, or any of you guys, if you haven't seen all the episodes or you want something to do at work to listen to in the background, you can see every episode of Prep Ape on youtube.com.
Just flaccid.
youtube.com/Chainsaw Ape.
No, it's not that.
Just fucking Google YouTube and Chainsaw Ape. You'll find it there.
Yeah. My original ass fucking personal email address is solidified with that forever. And I can't change it. So, yeah. So that's unfortunate. And, Javi, it's not flaccid. It's more turgid. You know, it's okay. Except I'm sitting next to this hunk of meat.
Ankit says, have we nailed down a release date for the Chainsaw Ape DLC and skin customization? Still want the option to dress up DKP as a greaser or a Point Break surfer.
Well, unfortunately, the Jesse Ventura DLC is no longer available. I wish we would have. That's gone forever.
Damn.
When I did the whole stream as Jesse Ventura.
Damn.
Man. Even I was like, all right, man, you can quit with the voice now.
It's a lifestyle. So it's steel beams.
Quizzical says, you should give away old school games like N64 or NES games. Make it a retro challenge of some sort. I'm down with that. The problem is, nobody even wants Vanquish. So, it's like, hey, we're giving away Yoshi's Story for N64. It's going to be, hard to get people to grab on.
Well, if we want to spice things up on occasion and maybe do a little bit of role play for Prep Ape.
Constantine says,
I'll be Ventura.
Simple Life is going to be my channel, so we'll have to check it out. Make sure you guys go check out Simple Life.
When you do it here, make sure you send us a link to it. And we'll be happy to support whichever one of you fine fellas that are coming back in, and of course supporting us. Friends of the channel, as we'll call it, friends of the show. We'd be happy to support you guys.
6 to midnight, baby. LeMayo. We're going to have art, games, and just random videos. That's cool. Yeah. Do it again?
What
I don't know.
I think it was talking about the Jesse Ventura thing.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Constantine says, oh, I do. LOL, that voice is good for like 5 minutes. I will take it. Raven's Rot, you said you want this?
It certainly is.
Send us your PM, your address, and I'll mail it over to you.
Yeah, you can get that to us on here or through Twitter.
If for some reason
either one of those goes straight to my phone. So
if Raven, if for some reason if you know one of us in real life and we just don't know who you are, just hit one of us up and we'll give it to you that way.
Or we'll give it to you. Well, I think honestly,
spicy. Whoa, Major Tom and DKP role playing episode. We should role play as each other one day.
Oh God, that would be
fucking hilarious.
I don't think we'd be friends after that.
No, we wouldn't.
Because we would be shitting on each other in third person the whole fucking time.
DKP, I fucking hate everything.
Oh, Major Tom, I like to play I'm an apologist about everything. No, listen, man, I don't like to fucking be...
Yeah, it would be...
Man.
No, that'd be if I was role-playing Odify.
Gotcha.
Are you guys planning... and Odify hits it right in the fucking week. Gut.
Odify.
So...
Weathermen don't play video games at Ravens, right?
So, for anyone that's new here, on average, we have 4 nights a week, Prep Ape included. I stream Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And if Tommy's available, of course, work's pretty hectic for him right now, so he can't always be there.
I tried to stream with you Monday night. You bailed on me. Tuesday I had to close, so I bailed on you.
Yeah.
Wednesday I had to close.
This week was unfortunate because
it didn't work out.
Had shit that happened on Monday, couldn't do it. Tuesday, this nice thing we're using right now to broadcast, XSplit Broadcaster, took a giant shit and had to reconfigure the whole thing. And it almost happened again tonight, but I was able to get it going. But, and Wednesday, of course, I was here. So, Odify, that blast your shit out of the water. This is 2 nights this week, even with the 2 fuck-ups earlier in the week.
That would mean DKP would love physical DLC. Major Tom would have to get rid of all of his amiibos. Hell no.
You know what I would do if I had to roleplay as you? I would go hang myself immediately. I'd be like, this is what I think you should do. And then that joke would be like, I'd be like Andy Kaufman. People. Remember what John Doe says in 7? People will be talking about this for centuries.
And if I was DKP, I'd have to do tons of illegal drugs, be a raging alcoholic, and then watch porn all day while perusing 4chan and fucking hating everyone and everything.
That sounds like the life. I'm really glad that I'm living that, minus the illegal drugs part.
Every 3 days I have a scar on my face when I wasn't drunk.
Man, now you're just slandering.
Slandering?
Or maybe it's libel. Whichever one's not true.
They're both not true. slander is written in libel.
This is weirdly specific. Well, you know.
Imagine Major Tom like David Carradine. But you can imagine how good that nut is.
If I
what? That's nothing, Major Tom. That was my Tuesday.
If I'm gonna be real honest, I'd be more likely to be David Carradine. I haven't gotten that desperate yet for that perfect nut. But one day, I'm only hoping to be able to be that
4chan.
inspired one day.
I'm a veteran Twitch keyboard warrior.
Listen, man. All right, we better call it before Tommy incriminates me on something. Jesus Christ.
That'll be next week.
All right, fellas. Well, thanks for joining. If you haven't followed, please do. We normally do stream often 4 nights a week.
Yep.
Our schedule and all of our information, whatever's available on our profile page
under
on
the video. Down there.
You got your YouTubes, you got your Twitters, you got your 4chans, all like the Chainsaw Ape or Chainsaw.
Just Google Chainsaw Ape. You can find us on Twitter. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Twitch.
Well, I mean, you know, you might be able to find me outside of your house.
We also have a website that we don't really update, but it has one of those things where it automatically updates our latest Twitch stream and our latest YouTube video.
All of you senpais are being noticed.
Notice us, senpai.
Notice me. All right, well,
later, bitches. Everyone watch this where DKP does his little bit. All right. Thanks for hanging out, everybody.
Yep. All right,
I'm Major Tom.
DKP. Man, that Idify really is a fucking prick, isn't he?
I love it.
You know, I was gonna do that bit where, like, I pretend is the way into the stream and we say some really embarrassing shit.
Yeah.
But I was like, no, fuck him. That would please him way too much.
Yep.
So I didn't do it this time. You know, and it's just like, listen, man. He's always saying that too. Like I can just fucking hear him. Fucking piece of shit.
Yep.
All right, we're out of here.